ya kekimo mwancho murigeria Etaya TV no gosemeria waitoguna no gendete gutwara uburigeria bro ya kubwa na ime Etaya TV ubarabu bwa gusi litkoneria Alhamisi litko ngobwatera umuraria Cyrus Aziz asengencho na achikoba kagushugulikira amanganande ali abetereti aseritkoria lera ibani chingo chikoba amona yaga igasomoroberi yo kwana neta litkoria Alhamis kitariki 10 noyo iga okana umwaka w'ekiribirira 2025 asengo chikoba ingo kumanya ali onsi agendete okorekana kwene kiwa kurwase chinsemo au ime yorogongo rwagusi nabo igona isiko yorogongo rwagusi nabo igona okumanya na gokuinyorio mwanchu murigereria andonsi asole ogendete goturigereria na goturigia gwetira TV yao ilindo nyara kwa gotobwati asemeroberi yeito yonsi Etaya TV nabo rateme ko scan osekori scan TV yao ilindo nyara kwa gotonyora ilindo nyara kwa gotobwati asemeroberi yonsi singencho na Etaya TV to upgrade ya keigo elintanya ko batoko genda asechi county cheito chonsi 45 nebere elimonya kwa mogotonyora ase HTV chiao igona adonsi asole gokonyora na gwatemire goturigia turatonyora no kogotebia buna nabo kuri scan TV yao elindonya kwa gotoikera nabo igona roche gose twabeire tokonyora chi ujumbe chinyinge kurwase chinsemo au asabaligere bagendete kwa bagoteba labda eliogindira baliko na wasensemino baroche chibicha kulende ndaliyogimba lirochi nilitoko gotebina aba engineer baito bagendete gokora ega sigose gokobeko mukikigima eliko enekia bunda eliyogirionsi na lyo lyanya ko baliko baikera nalimo konyara kwa moko igwa na kuligireria alitoko bateyo stoko bamanyigwetiraga iga asigeta seni Etaya TV umwanchomboria na kwaliganira bena somoroberio iga okwana nitalitsko lya lero ya Alhamis ndoche na chinza chito chiabeire chinza isana singo chikobaringo komania onse una ochikobaka wateka gosebuna ochikobaga una to ochikoba tokomaniwa amona abaliki baito amanga to ochikobwaterana kura chinsemo au imene isiko yorogongo rwagusiko bwamana kura se county area Nairobi una botambo muri kito Josephat Makura Moracha no ara sense media naga ntako baga waka chikambi chinsemo au ende gotomania ali agente okoreka kurwa se chinsemo echo nabayigona ase county ya Nyamira to bagwatabaliki baito Felix Nyakundi amo na Ogero Peter au bawo chutomanya ali agente okoreka kurwa se chinsemo echo se county ya Kisii to gwatabaliki baito Eric Maobe to gwata Cornelius Onyancha Ogwatomoga Kasagini Kirosi Thomas na baigona Kevin Onderi kurwa sense media ye bungeria ya South Mogirango abo bonse tochiko tukugwatira na barabu erinde kwa ene kitwa komanyiri ali agendete gukoreka kurwa se chinsemo kubwa murona kurwa sense mo yito ye chikamera tochiko gwatirana noyo minto Joseph Mokogoti eliko ene kina chibite cha wochira senjira erengia kurwa sense mo yito ya kabere studio teno director Neven Moriango na baigo kurwa sense media ya editorial ase tobwate head of program Eric Bosire abega wa chief editor ko eneki abuna twabere tukugwatirana amana baliki baito bamangana elito bamanyi onsi buna uchikobaka okoleka kurwase chinsemo au kuna na butambe n'inchiriya ne kwa dana kwamboka Gisoi na manga berega ko eneki wa kwa muno kurwase nsemo y'emitandao abayigona asense yeito ya Kenya kubwa muno no kulingoli wa bado kwa bali bakuri yali bagaliri yali obo commissioner nkogendrete asemambi yabono ntwarora John Kilonzo nabaga kulingoliwa nabayigo Jonathan Lite Palei nere nabaga kulingoliwa asense media yo muchyo Nairobi ese baguchikona bose bagendete ko bakwerigeria na kubolirwa amabolyo nabaguchiko bakora egasi in case banyara ko bakoyiwa bose bakonyora libagelio lyobo commissioner nabayigondo chegalia ase wizareria ya health bose wizareria yobo chenu nindo chega iga batangasire bose babere bakoraria asense ya Kenya kuna amaliogo wetani chidosi chiribu 10 asoboroire bolia bwa mpox vaccine abere kago ika asense yeito ya Kenya liwo konya gokeani boroiro boiga bwa mpox obwa beire bogo ita abantu gosabantu mbaroro basiriria magimabo asobo oboroiro boiga nabo igona cases nchigendete ko bachiko ene kigwa chioboroiro boiga chigendete ko bachikomente ko bwa mano boroiro boiga twachete gotema kurigireria tukanyorana no burwaire burwete seminyama nabo igona andake na abantu bari bagosafiri ase border kubuna border cha Tanzania Uganda okonyana no burwaire obuna obogocha bwa rweroro gocha ase ense ya Kenya gose gocha ase ense yende igona andonse asole kerora sinjira audio gosafiri gocha se chinse chinde watema kwa makini mono nabo igona kuna Cyrus Azizi atebete asiri kuri igoro sindani njiro konyora abantu bakobitwa so that will prevent amaroirande bunayo nabo mogotema kwerenda nabo igona nonekere mukuragera mwatema kwene kyogo cyerino na sindagira sengencho yekinyamichiga abantu bakoria asengencho na buroire buno bwa mpox na boro bunambusi kanite abanyamaime igona none kinyamichi tokoria usina nonekere kwanda chi hotel kwaba makini tokora minyokera kinyama mona sengencho na andake toikomanyana nyama kie sengencho squeeze okonyana ne kinyama chiebunda na chokonyora na chikobe kuno na chi hotel aikwagenda lyoka kwaragera kuruga bukwanyorana ocha wachakire kurwara na kurwali obubaire nayo tamanyetina mboroire kyoboiga Togoskabosio asense mondo china ye county area ya Narok ime ya Transmara East sub county ase skuru ekorokuna Moigwet primary school asengencho mtoroche na emburane genete kwanekiwa korwa se chinsemo au ime na isiko yorogongorwa gusiko bwa mono na asense yeto ya Kenya emburane genete kwanekiwa embura enyinge kegima ya galire no nyine kinyomba chinde chiagure nabo igona ase skuru ya Moigwet primary school ndoche na kolengana nembure ya beirege kwanekiwa ndoche na ebirasi byabo byabete bigosaligwa keima wetera ase embewe nene sana yabete kogusana kuyiria amabati ase ebirasi byabo byabete ebirasi byabo byamaomo ange ebirasi bine byabete bigosaligwa wetera ase embure yenyinge nabo igona embewe nene yabete kogusakorwa ase chinsemo osali ase chinsemo chiria che county ya Narok ime skuru ya Moigwet primary school kulinde ndoche na abayibolimba bete bagokwanira linganiria kireba iwete linganiria abere ligokoreka mbaige tororo mbali gereti gusembaroche bakabakirori nabo igondoche na umubuli yo monate bete na guchine negesyo kegima asengencho na akera mabati yayiga abete kaga kuyigerigwa nembe yenyinge abana mbalenge skuru sengencho na tomaite twensi aborokiwa no balenka aseruse yiga enyinge yeme chiwiki sato gobona nabo igatebete na yalko abana mbale ase skuru na ina bayo chokoba asara erenene kima gochano na sense ito ya Kenya ko bomona sense me chisemi nabo igona na tebete na abagosaba eserikali enyara kubakego swana na elinde ko baroseria ebirasi ebyo eskuru etarayigorwa nabo igona bali bonsi babwato moyo bo wancha nabo bagokonya ko repair ebirasi ebi byabete bigosaleka nabo igo bateme kegima ko bagakira at least permanent structures esengencho na ya safety yaborokiwa ase kebarase chiskuru esengencho na ebirasi ebi byagwete mbiri byagakire na maomo igona na kiasi na ne chikoli are to chiko bato kwanira igoro yomokia serikali yabekire ko bwa morona ase wizara yigaye kisemi na city school ko enekina ebirasi byaborokiwa baito na kibire na kibiyagakire mbere conducive for the learners nabo igona na borokiye kere barase school liko basomi gusekere bako ba kisemi rocha bono bune school yiga bado na ebirasi mbirororo osaborokiwa mbororo bagosoma se ebirasi bibwate wosebirosiri na maomo amangana yo gwichana kemera kintima yitina gochaga igasoro ngorwa gusigo se bade birasi bya maomo biro bimbirororo asichinse monchoro korora gusetwa igule na aboroki wabande bagosomera inse yemete bona togo chigotema ko imagine ekere chiskuru chire igoru ninde mbura negendete gotwa embure yiga ndo ekere to twasomete gosekere twarete no nabamanyi bitoga ikaba tatebina ekere mbure gotu togwene tukoba okuiga mano ninse yomote teri buja nabo chinkobe chiga chiko gwako osana bora asiri no bogima bwawo ntebi bono aboroki wabaiga nakibara chikwera na school bachigosomera inse yemete senge ne batalimbura yoka no moto ino na maga na bara agwonyole na akiro omworoki agose omworokiwa oberega ko umia igona toko saba serikali kubwamura serikali national government ne county kibe kikobwatira na kubwamura chinsiamo chiria aborokiwa batabwatie birasi bose bitaro serious enjira ere conducive bose esenjira erengia erinde aborokiwa baiga banyore amaga chamaya banyara kwa bakonyora kisemi chia basenjira ere engia keima ibona siritkolia lero ntochiko batogotwara abageni baito au bari aboroke ko chikuru au bachiko bagototebina asiense meyiga yechisemi wizara yechisemi so far so good mokikibabe kirerikwane kina aborokiwa baitu aborokia mbuya bale ambagwate environment irengia nabo igona namanganande amange mirobiri emenge hiyo serikali yabekire kohenekia buna senseme ye wizara y'ikisemi cyakinire asenjira irengia nabo igona mbagwate amaga chamaya gose environment conducive asebara bwekera bagosomi nabo igonekere aborokiwa nabaro bakonyora amasoma abo nabo igoto gusuka bosio asensemo yende imeye county area ya Nakuru ndomanyete na chiplays wasi drama festivals nchigendete kwane kiwa asechinsemo au ntia chagete korunse biwango bense goikaboniga bekire biwango biria bia national drama festivals ko bwamuna bigokoreka asensemelia ye county ya Nakuru kolende ntwaro chiribirera linyinga lya betali kwane kiwa asensemelia ye county ya Nakuru obwamona kolengana na aliabete bose bali barorene na semitandao kurwase skuru elia ya Butere Girls ese babete bagokani wago perform a play yabo ikorukuna Echoes of War play nabo igona asiri tukolire igorekere bare gotema ose basweta stage bakane tigwe mba perform a play yeyo lakini rende barubaga so stage bagatera kwabo kwa national anthem bakolira nabo igona bagasoka kurwase stage yeyo nabo igona kolengana na obutuki bose amangana ali abereka gokoreka bose bali babete bagotegerere play yake bagotebana ige gukwanira iguru iyoburayi bwense ya Kenya nabo igamangana ali ya Gen Z korobekana korwa Gen Z kwabete gokorekana asomwa kolio eta keraba abasaye babete bakorobekana korengana na oburayi bwense ya Kenya yani Kenyan's governance nabo igona the Gen Z led protest asomwa kolia o 2024 play ye iganja abete disqualified asensa media kerabalinge western drama festivals konya bataracha sense moye county ya Nakuru kolende namba chitense semo ya court bakaiwe court order ikabanchira bagendere bosio ne play yeyo kolende nantoroche gaigana oyolengo mo senator we county ya Kakamega Cleophas Malala nere ule maega yokolika script yeyo senere script writer nere selitkoliriya igoro nabete block to snakane tugwe osoaga bu ase venue yeyo ya Kirobon Girls High School ya Nakuru abegontu aroche na nonye nabararia batemete ko korutero chitiagas nabo igekere bare gotema gukava story yigo sali abete gakone kiwasi chinse mechu abo igona selitkolia lero aboro kiwabaiga mbanchero gosoa ase stage kolende na abararia nabo igona abana inchi bali bakwenda gotegerera gusikuligirerie play yeyo mbaka niguna mbaba bagosororo irinde korora nabo iga abararia gukava play yeyo ase chikamera chitale ngororo ekuelia ya lengororo ya media na bande mbate biguna ba packed equipment chiabo mbaroreka nororo igona audience njale ngororo videos njale ngororo mangana photography osichikamera njale ngororo nabo igo shooting ende yonsi gosoko stream we play yunkwale ngororo kegima nabo igo nonyembali ba local production okonyora na nekera moko andase nabo konyo kwa bwatira no esimi yawo achakire record kororana kiyalenge bonsi pi ebakani tuguna ibo igo na shooting ende yonsi tejet koena kiwa ase enseme yekera boro kiwa ubale go perform na nelingana getelio goichane keima twaroche gale Cleophas Malala konyora atarabwa twasingicha seboniga na betega kubiara nabo igakairwa kurengana na Eugene Wamalwa na ikorora semambia lero atebya abaralia buna Malala igaire twa sense media ya Eldama Ravine nabo igona nomoloyo yekuru kuna Ken Echesa agotebana bado Cleophas Malala is still behind the bars bonere na bekire biara nere oroseti gose nero rigete script yeyo eyo aboroki wabo babutere girls bari guchikoba bago perform aseri tukuriria rigora ina rabete gakwenekiwa ko kwa sense meri county ya Nakuru nabo igotwaro n'abantu abange bagendete kurubikana igoro yeringane liga na aboroki wabo onyamwaro na sense mu mitandao babwatoboroke gima barerire batebire na barabu batagitomo direct obo nero betega ko ba direct usiko barikire script yeyo abana babere bakonye perform lakini arora ninde mbatete na ange chiwiki satoiga no kuri has yabeire gasi enkonguke gima bono ntomanye tina amangana yaiga na ya kisiasa nayo mwancho mulionye kwarura amangana ino na sense mu mitandao nabogototebia na ibirenge bya ombire bibiga aboroki wabaiga ase kwanza ase umfumo yoiga umuya OCBC amangana buna ya drama amangana sports dance ireke gima aboroki wabaitongo sirubale sente nabo konyora na gwetera talent chiga nabo mwana konyora na bwerikire no emirimo gusina bakwenyorera ngeria uchi amatuko abosio lakini rende kwaroda yu abetega kwenekwa sense meri county ya Nakuru aye birengere bya ombire bibiga naye nabagototebia asengencho igoro yeringane gusina bako okwe comment yao iritanya ko batokumanya na kwe birengere byao tusange twens tumanye na nkai umuchando lakini ndoche na abande bagoteba una naragalia socio ni era goteba na amangana yaiga na onye uyo kolika chi script awento ko bano muorokia ose omwalimu nabono uyo igakolika Cleophas Malala no berega kolika chi script yejiga na ndigere illegal na igota bwento ko bagakolika chi script timanye tina yandonzi ansoronyo kwalenge na wene school kera mwalenge gokora drama na bali mu bino barako balikira chi script gosena nabo konyora na embaro bali bakolika no ne bitabu nabo konyora namba manye to bumanyi bwa mashairi na nini konyora nabo balikira chi script no ne this drama script kwa skits kwanyorana inwega sieno no kugenda kuri hasi gali ya mwana kora masoesi mwanyorana mwa perform gose sense me ya drama timanye tibono na is it ne rule erororona nabali mbagwende ko bakolika chi script yechiga cha drama gose na nonde bwensi ko gicha nabwate talent ejo naye nabo gototebia nabo ko to manyibirengere byao aye buno mwancho murigereria elinto gende ko batogusanga amo twensi omwancho muriya bwe Etaya TV ayinarare kurwa sense moyito yemitandao nabo igonko manywana kurwa sense moyito akabere studio ndoche na omurikito Josephat Makura Moracha na stand by kurwa sense media ye county ya Nairobi sawo chikobaka otomanya onsi ali abirega kusangiriria nabo igwali abirega koenekiwa kurwa sense mo ye county ya Nairobi nibageri neri yao omurikito Josephat Makura Moracha
Diana ngobwatete bya kapisa korwe studio nogende tako bako kokorega sigengia korwa se nseme ya gusi anchega igasomo cyo Nairobi orochi bunande ga kapisa nigonde tayare mbona nasokire embure yagature asenseme yiga kapisa nabo kogira nya machine cyana bakire mugongo kapisa asenge cyonta ite koranga ningi gucosoka naende ndigi manyi abantu baito go cyasoro ngora gusinyangi kire korwa somo cyo Nairobi narairana kapisa sengane ikwaranya ko bago kwanere kwere inere gendrete Diana engakia ito nanchekero narenge amangana ya college nigotwara omuntu isiko nero ore gochoto train lakini kwa konyo angana abantu basomereza amangana music drama ekora it's a course omuntu agosomera gukora urika na gukora kwenda lakini bale naturally okonyoranga babwate obubanyi bw'amangana ayo na ande begeire kurwa sabantu bande nande bamakonyara ko bagakore egase ibya lakini omuntu ore goto train bonantu no muntu otarenge mwalimu lakini osomerte amangana a drama na amangana ya matera kabisa togo cha se pati ya Nairobi noro chebune serikali nigende ndete oyo kabeira se serikali omongwana gosomo CS moturi nigaga ndoko bagago kitsa ise serikali sana gose gako mochia omurai bwense na kugenda kotabanga taisa inikobera service ekore inere ngana kapisa kenda takoba gekubwata nse asumu cyo Nairobi ne binte binge bigendrete bon muna abantu bali bakogererie weather banyata ko bakorwe warning kapisa nga embura na bera chie era bwata nsema tukatali make ibonga nabo tugwente ko batokoba careful enchera abantu okoboka mapema sinso okoirana ng'aki okora egasi yao egerende embulate baisa kukonyora isiko esarie program yao ye rituko na rituko ikie iga nkagete Central Bank ntanya ko bagego kwana nabarikia mang'ana bakaeresa igoro ya mang'ana arending ose ogokabesia ogokabesia abantu bakaeresa ng'a ningiye kora chigo kina ningiye kora chire enchere ichire iyo namang'ana amange turachikonya kuba tokobwati korwase omochi yo Nairobi Diana ena gotige asenge ntontaite ko ligia oganora abungo bwati kabisa oyora twanyara kuba goko manyia abantu bagusinga ng'akio mochi yo Nairobi ogenderete
Mambo ya mono sana umurikito Josephat Makura murachaye watebina kere kwa renge skuru chinga kichao tari lazima na n'umwarimu okorika chi script ose chi play chiri ndi mwanyara kuba mogo chi perform kolende naye bono buna umwana inchi Josephat liboli nkoboli neliga roche na oyo the former senator asense media ye county ya Kakamega ere ko irege tambukire senge nchago tebara chi script chiga orarikire ere bona oroche na ekrarikire te aboroki wabaiga beskuru ya Butere mamochaye oroche na nararia jaiga na alina tabwene tikororeka nororekera aboroki wabaiga ba perform senge general renge director ye play oroche ne krere tuge tambukire keiga wikaboni igana igabe kire biara sense media ya Eldama Ravine ayoroche na mbirangere likiora asiko bagokorwa esenge nchu yeringane ligaria beteri gokoreka aseri tukoriria ya igoro
asebirengera biane Diana nebiga umanyite egento kereko tokoroka nga conflict of interest epray nabera atukekere ndonge lakini umoriki oyo yerigete no mwana siasa nebaga korike binte binge lakini manyanga ningali gete kulingana na experience gose nenkakieri bintu gose liberera lire Kenya ando isokoligereria taito ya yenga enchereri kire the echoes of war yonga umuriki ne interest yaye nkioro chago petro go chiase aba Kenya na ko make sure nga tuatwarire measures kirichikogeranga ubo omorembo nyako bagogotigara sense ya Kenya oika nkagete prayer oika yare ko bagegoteneniwa asenge nchonga nabebwata some incitements kirichi kunyara ko train abana korunze oise korarigererie Diana I think kwa somira mangana ya literature ebitabu ne binge bya nyako bagiko kan kolikwa sibya likiro lakini bya kanwa koenda chiskuru osoma erisoneringa the message yali bibwata is so powerful ko insight abantu gose ko insight the young generation ikobono egento kerito go feed abana baito ko chiase chiskuru I think ngana kike bwente ko bage kogererwa na gukemeiwa kabisa na omuri kinayera go ikatomurigereri yes no muri kyo okorikebe chiplay chinyingo orikire bintu abantu bagotegerere binge lakini the context nenga kiabirika it's conflicting yonga a message igo chikogenda sabana na ko kinyara punoro chinganto bwatenga amangana to tenga chensi mutuachira alpha we are changing this tradition ogenda go chia tradition yende ngao egerenga tonyara ko batoko to baiso sagia ensi yaito ya Kenya koetera korandia amangana ye bitina na mangana ya hatred kwako Diana.
Kuya kigimambia mono sana omurikito Josephat Makura muracha kobwa mono nambia mono sana singinchu yokorwa ebirengereri byao napoigo gwatebire na mbuya kigimane ba twancheire kolika chi script yechigane chi play yechiga twatema komanyana ninki na kito kolika singinchu gochibosiga igana bera bene drama yebara gochikoba bago perform lakini labda nabayao chakoleta impact ere political lebosege siasa inawe unabone igano enkagerete na no kobwa twokoiga kwa Cleophas Cleophas Malala asengencha mangana ge siasa imesengencho igo eplay yo kwanera igoro yo borai bwense ya Kenya nabo igona amangana ali abetega koleka yo kurobekana kwa bagenzi aso mwakoria igombi yamono sana omurikito Josephat Makura muracha aso gotomanyia amange kugwamana igoro yembura nabe gotomanyina abana inchi baitando nsi asemule bune mburegana takwanyakiwa mateme kwerinda kegima mbuya mono sana omurikito Josephat Makura muracha saboniga nganchirengo tige erindo gende ko kuyabwati ayo mona yanda amange uchikoba gotomanyia ekere chinsa chikoraga chinsa isano na ibere chirituko lya lero mbuya mono sana omurikito Josephat Makura muracha togosikabosyo mwancho muriando chega abantu bagate ko bakolika chi ujumbe cyabo nabo bagende gotomanyia abande na Etaya TV ge bwatete machisigino echirebu yako ruchinsemo aho ninchiko bayinkoligereria nabo igona bali bonsi bali bataratonyora wetera se TV yabo nabo gotema kuri scan TV yao elindo nyala kwa gotomanya gotoikera togende ko batogwesemya na kwemanyia amange bunagante ko bakaho koleka kurwase chinsemo aho nabo igona ena nabo kurwa ujumbe yao sibirengeri byao enye kwalenge skuru yachinga kichiria cha drama na kinumwa gakolire mbara bibale ko balikira chiskiti echiga usichiplay yechiga nabali mubaino gose nabantu bali bali ko rwisiko ko gicha bagwate talante singe abantu mbaro basese niri bagwate talante echo amagana poetry na literature konyora bali bijane bamba cheti birasi gose mbayeti amasomo bamba cheti atambe lakini yokonyora namba bwate talanta gete yokolika yani drama ose play asinjire rengi yake gima kulindega igando chena Cleophas Malala era bwebekire akong na namagega yokolika play yiga iguru Kwana Echoes of War kubwamana ale kumulekera iguru ya the government ya Kenya ose Kenya's governance nabo igona amangana alia yechi protest ose okorobekana kuri kwabete ko kwaneki wasomwa koria ase abasaye babete bakorobekana asengenjo na yobora igwense ya Kenya boniga obwekiru byara no ara sensemiri ya Eldama Ravine nabo igona nakane tukegima igoro nakane tukutachiti ko bakago swaga ali sense media ya eskuru ejo ya Kirobon Girls High School as a play ya roch ko performed as to what the National Drama Festival sigende takwana kiwase county area ya Nakuru nabo kuna ibirangere bya otumanyina naye kolengana naye ibirangere bya ombire byebiga namangana yu abetaka koleka aseritko leigoro kolende na inchega yankweboli asense media yogokanya no yana baralia kogenda kubwata mangana agendrete timanyiti nagabwaro gosembuya bakoreta baralia singenchona ineregasi abagwento ko bagotomanyina naralia yigabeteka ose agende to bagakoreka na koenekigwa ase chinse cheito nabo igona asaba na inchi nabaro kibaro chiko bakorigere inde barore play enereri onya baba eteri bagiri ninde nasekirende ntebi ose imagine aboro kiwa bayiga bate bono na perform lakini audience stay yo video nchiyo camera nchiyo yani kile ntonkeyo bono mokwanda motende stage ga mokwanere inumweka halafu mosoke mogende shwali timanyiti gusega gumbate makoba fair no nyabale ko bakani yoli no bale ko bakani kabisa baru romba perform amangana yara abwatu kisheria onye kisheria gosencherende aragambu likaliyo ko embarrass aboro kiwa bayigando che nambalera bobe sana balera sana naboyana kolengana na CBC to bwante ko togesegeta abana baita samangana echitalanta kolende no enye play ya bwateri mocho yale goteneni gukegima lakini rende kere balenga sense media western amangana yage tukumpaka court bakaewe court order bakateguna ba proceed ose bagende ne play yiga na kirende yigeta se National Drama Festivals ninda mangana yakabane ndega koreka nagatika bigona mangana na mange agende tekoene kiwororo lakini tuchikogenda kuba tukubwate tumanyana naralia ya ayirete huika amangana ya iga kabaka koleka aseli tukuhuriria rigoro mwancho murigereria nganchire bono nkumanyi ali ali kurwa sense moye ito ya Kabere studio kubwa mwana ali abetega usagende tekobaga koenekiwa nabegona kurwa se abaliki beitu bamangana bunabono asense media yo muroberi olia gwo balingolia aba commissioner nabo igoni gogendete chinga kiriga ekamiti yo kubalingolia ya chakiro muroberi ya semambia lero asenarora John Kilonzo neroba omutangani gwikabusi gwe kamiti ejo eliyo kolingoli gatika turarora oroboti orokuru asense media ya Kabere studio.
IBC, I think, should be seen in all the platforms. For instance, we have a very big youth population. Then the IBC should now be thinking, how do we reach the youth in voter education, for instance, and also messaging. The youth will be found on Facebook, the youth will be found on X, the youth will be found on TikTok. So how do you procure content creators on TikTok who can be able to send these messages about the IEBC to the youth in a very friendly manner? How do you frame it so that it has that aspect of telling the youth that voting is extremely important? Because it is through voting, through choosing your leaders that you determine the destiny of your country. So I would be able to, or rather advise, especially people in charge of ICT, let's look where our people are. Let's leverage on the on where the majority of the Kenyans are. That is TikTok, that is Facebook, and use that to message on messaging on very critical aspects of election or the work the IBC does. Yeah. I think there is an emerging challenge, especially with artificial intelligence, where people even create some content where an actual person who is not is communicating, whereas that is not what he said. So I think the best thing is for IBC to be proactive, to be able to notice these aspects and then be able to counter them. Because I think in the media nowadays, people should be monitoring the media. In case they are fake news, they are fake communication, then you are able to point them out very fast. Because it will happen. It will still happen. And again, making sure that whatever systems you are building, they cannot be interfered with. This is issues about resource transmission. Of course, in the last election, we will hear some strange fellows who are assessing the server. Then those are issues that the ABC should come out. And I don't know why the ABC has not explained the server up to now, because people are still thinking there's a mysterious thing. There is some mystery about the server. So I think, again, the messaging I was talking about, it should have come out clear and explained these things so that there are no gray areas as we go to the next election. So I think on technology is about getting the right people, understanding the risks, and of course, all the team in the IT department being ahead of everybody else in making sure they look for solutions when challenges come up. And most importantly, continuous communicating. Because it is that communicating, very clear communication, that then the voters and the entire country is able to know what is happening. We should not leave a chance for guessing or even conjuring some imagination about the process. So generally, my role would be to assist also the CEC on policy formulation. Like when I went to that department, we didn't have clear regulations on the administration of bursaries. So I helped the CEC in developing the regulations for award of bursaries, which removed so many issues about audit and all that, and we streamlined the system. So it's about advising about issues about policy and also managing the public servants in the department, and of course issues about performance management, making sure that they are arriving at the targets. Because in every financial year we would sign targets with the governor. So I also make sure that all the people under me are also able to execute their duties and review their performance. There is one incident that happened when I was Chief Officer Water, where during my time is when we had a very ambitious water program. And I think that is the time that that department got a very high budget, around 2.5 billion. I did administer that budget, and part of the issues was drilling of boreholes. The county has acquired 8 drilling rigs. And as a chief officer, I had a dashboard where I knew at any one time where each rig is. And each rig was supposed to take like 1 week. So there is an incident where one rig could not be accounted for like 2 weeks. So I followed up. And I came to realize that the staff under me, some of them had gone out to dig a private borehole. not a public one, because we are doing public boreholes. Yeah, so that was a case that came to me, and of course we reported the DCI for investigation. The investigations were done, everything was done, and then the advice was to take administrative action on those public servants. They were first offenders. So as a department, I made the HR advisory for the county. We decided to surcharge them. So an engineer did the costing, what the county government had lost in that illegal activity. Then the costing, after done, we subdivided to the members, the person who were involved. So they were surcharged, they paid, and also the public service, the county public service also gave.
Bia kegima mwancho murigire chinga ketio chiondo chenere Jonathan Lodampui tipale nere nigo aikabosio gwe kamiti yo elio kolingoriko.
Honorable Chair and honorable members, may I take this opportunity to first thank you for this opportunity to appear before you. I can't take it for granted, and I feel privileged to appear before you then. My name is Dr. Jonathan Tipalei Lodompui, MBS. I was born and brought up in Samburu, and I went to a local primary school there. And the interesting part of this is that I did extremely well in my primary school, so well that it was a beginning of a thinking process going forward. The other aspect of the same is that at a very early age, I became the school head boy. So I interacted with normal HR issues, conflict of students, issues to do with truants, and those conflicts. Became a negotiator and provided my skills at a very early age. I went to Marala High School, and also I did so well, as shown by my certificate. I got a Division 2, and also I was the school head boy. So at that moment, I was also able to interact closely with leadership roles, head boy Kamukunji, where you hear, you listen, you resolve, and you give feedback. And I was able then to be a part of the role for guidance at that early age, guide my fellow students and be able to be a pillar of hope for those who came from those vulnerable groups. After Marala High School, I went to Kisi High School, but dropped, unfortunately, because I could not raise school fees for my A levels from 5 and 6. So I went back to Samburu, remained at home for some time, and I went to try to join the military. Unfortunately, I was picked as a cadet and went for military training. So I'm a military trained person, but that's not the issue. I'll come back to military thereafter. So I was posted to Isili, and my quickest issue was to read. So I enrolled privately at a small center in Langata Barracks. And I passed so well. I got 3 principals and 1 subsidiary without a teacher. Then I went back to Air Force and joined the University of Nairobi. I joined the University of Nairobi to do Bachelor of Arts, Political Science, and Public Administration. It is at the Political Science and Public Administration training at the University of Nairobi that interacted with the electoral process, political parties, interest groups, politics in Kenya, and I got a first class in political science and public administration. So basically, I'm a political science. I understand electoral processes and more so public administration. I proceeded to do my master's at the same university, same department, political science and public administration at the University of Nairobi. And I was privileged to get the prestigious Osakawa Peace Foundation scholarship. And it was more necessary then to undertake issues related to international relations. So my master's is biased to international relations. It is at that moment that I was able to get skills on negotiations, skills on mediation, skills on human conflict, how to resolve conflict, how to understand, skills to listen, and I graduated the master's degree and proceeded to do my PhD at the University of Nairobi, the same department, for political science and public administration still. It was at this moment that I chose to do conflict management. So my PhD thesis was conflict management, particularly issues affecting the pastoral communities of Turkana, Samburu, Pokot, and to some extent the Cushitic neighbors.
Ya kegimo mwancho murigereria okuno kolingoli wa kwa commissioner ba IBC una kwa koleka semambi abono nabo igona kolengana nalia aberega kweneki bagose abantu mbaba bago complain ni gwabara ibande ba kwanira igro ya ambangana yega gento koleka yo kolingoli wa kwa commissioner baiga twaroche na amalieta na rororo atano no monara chita akamento kurumaega asendo chiboniga ekiombe kia elections observation group kia kego tebana nkiganetie konyora amachibu kurwase amangana yaigabeteka koleka yo komenta abantu bande batano nomo ekereboni go kulingoli gukuiga kwa ba commissioner bali babete shortlisted kogendrete elinde bamanyana nakiye irete go ikabanta abaigana baro batano nomo bakaba ba komentwa ase list yeyo asengencho na konyora abande bacholiru abantu emyeyemo na batano kulinda seboniga abantu barororo nemyeyemo na 10 noyomo ibona ntochiko tokogenda ko batoko bwatia nabo igotomanya na into na kiya chete ko bakego chance ose na kiya bete boika abantu abaiga batano no bakaba ba comment na barabu ase list yo nabo igondo kolingoli goko igango chiko bakoba ko chiko bago koera ase chitariki chiya 25 chiomotienyo yo iga okane elinali to chiko bato ose na libago chiko bago kora okolingoli aba commissioner abaiga abo batete koligia ekeroge kikyo commissioner nabo igona aba commissioner batakeire mbatano nomo umwancho muri yatogusika bosyo abagwatania bari bekiama kya ODM korwa gusini go batebire bunati bali ase serikali kolende nigo batigalete ko ba asense media yo kwamereria serikali yani opposition kawo Kwana ni Etaya TV umunyakiro go ikiama kyo ase bungeri ya umachoge chache Paul Momanyi Kabosi nigo boigo atebete buna ikiama kia ODM nkebwate oyura bolyo burayi bwense aso mwaka o 2027.
Tuko tayari ODM.
Bagokwana chinga kicho bachoriwe ikiama kia ODM ebirengo bya constituency ya Bomachoge chache obo bwakorekana ime ogembo ababwatani bekiama ekyo bakora na Paul Momanyi Kabosi uyurana ekerogo kyobo nyakerogo bwe bunge yo ya Bomachoge chache asentunda ende maiga yogweta atari kwamererwa nonde bwensi niko batebire buna tibali ase serikali kolende niko bale aso kwamereria yani opposition no mwaka bwechiri 2025 nebere mbabwato yogochia kobolia oburayi bwense
intubune kiama 2027 ntobwate presidential candidate paka baba na amanyete ngatobwate presidential candidate banduki ande ntorigonchoka
amang'araria mwarora serikali yacha korigia bana ODM bagacha kubabwate ciegas na experts yababorete serikali me bagacha korigia experts ase ODM asomo busimono actually moroje buna basoira ari bintu byachakire gochang'ake so igo ntori serikali itu still no tori menete koba opposition
just ODM ntobwatu mo presidential candidate na ende buna tore iga ntomorengereti ngatwacha komosoki
abagwatania abo boigo bagoteba buna ikirenge kenene no kwenekia ikiama kia ODM kiagariri chinsagia na koire birogo ebinge gesiasa
tutagete party to ya ODM etuare chinguru nande tuare muzimiko muno uri obwata kurumayaga we will make sure imechukua viti vingi iwezekanavyo
abangina abasubati nabamenyete no barema nigo basemiwe gweswania ilio gutwara iliogirio kwirwanirira
ODM ekero yachete omugaka atoreterete na atoeto borabu ng'abang'ina na barabu bachorwe ebirogo na kigekogera twachorwe ebirogo ebirero mpaka twanyorire oene gwokonyara gokwana asosi bwa abantu na kingote ng'abang'ina ninchu ODM nebwato bwarabu gwoko abang'ina ebirogo
nonye nabo nigo obochori obu bakorekana asoboene nobwasioko Wirongo Amos kare returning officer bwikiamekyo
bantu bare bakeru kuraga iga it was very peaceful ntora rakisa kende gions iko tumeka a method ikorokunga consensus yani abantu obaigwana
abarai bali bachorwa nigo bono baganiriwo kore mirimo yabo asoboene na barobo bakoria iragochia kubwaterana na bananchi ili kugendereria ikiama kia ODM bosio
bono iko twachorera viongozi betu bie party kuna baochi gochake gasi iko toko ba support yaito we want to affirm to them that we are here and we will be there to support them to achieve what the party wants. And we thank the ODM party chair, deputy party chair, Governor Ito Simbarati. As again, the exercise has been free, fair, and we want to appreciate everyone who has participated.
Ntokolegasi engiya torosi kiama giaito. Na ende nta kotebia e patron yaito nando yure deputy party leader omugabano ito Kisii County nando yoro mono gegomo gusi nenda tata komo tengambi mono we will work hand in hand with him egera to support ye chama ntoko mo let down ikiagara na reto bwate
ODM tuko tayari
Joseph Mose nkoripoteria Etaya TV
Nabaigo ababwatania bekiama keria kia upa na barabu nigo baumera ntasiri tukoriria ria igoro bakora wano murai wekiamekyo Amos Nyaribo iliwo kwanira amaonchererio au ayo arengete kubwatania usiko babwatania aba Kenya bonsi okwanekere ikyo nigo batebete buna mbale no gosemeria buna matiangi na chikobwate sigwa ase okoyera ense elio gokeya amakon au ayo abwatiraneti aba Kenya
Chinga kia Kenya bagendete kuigora maiso bose bachorio banene bo mwaka bw'iciri 2025 na ibere babwatani bekiama kia UPA meyense nigo bakore gikaro kia bene inse yo murai bw'kiama kyo Governor Amos Nyaribo asumba bagani oyomo ime akiogora bunge ya Nyaribari chache county ya Kisii eliwo kwanera ogonjerere kweli chiko lirengete ko babwatani aba Kenya bonsi anene kwena nali bagalirenga ina sabasubati abasaye nabo igabanto bale no barema.
We have the feelings of the Gen Zs, we have the feelings of women and all the participants in the political or democratic space, and what we have done today is to align ourselves to the needs of Kenyans. And number one, we have changed our constitution vipengele fulani ambavyo tunafikiri vinafaa kuongeza the youth into the system, kuongeza wa mama na wale ambao wanaishi na ulemavu. Na sasa constitution yetu inaangalia mambo yote.
Ukwanera igoro yokwirana kwa Matiangi Governor Nyaribo nigo ararire buna Matiangi nigarachi kwa ikaimense ya Kenya inse chikibere elio goche gukwanera abananchi igoro yeganga yaye
gagocha ngochara wiko tu gagocha ntomoreta kwanera abantu ikiara bono no tongieta nendo nyibekense ya mesa wiko yebeka mesa moreke kwa niaba yake nimesema na wiki moja mbili atakuja aseme so subira ufuta hili
ukwanekere kyo muri kyo manene bwe kiamekyo kya UPA Jacob Barongo bagaka nigatebire buna nigo babekirekere kemo elio gocha ko mwamagoro Matiangi aseba rokana ko yemochia serikali y'umurai bwense Dr. William Ruto ase okogenda okong'aka obogima bwa abakenya ase atebire buna nigo Matiang'i arachi korigereria yonsi chingaki arachi gochorwa ase obochori obonene bore bosio.
Na vile mnajua serikali ambayo iliyoko sasa wananchi wameikataa, and we are saying the party that will form government come 2027 will be formed by UPA and the presidential candidate is Fred Okengo Matiang'i.
We are getting ready, preparing all the instruments for the party so that by the time we get there we are ready to confront all the challenges that we'll be meeting.
Asense moyende nigo bararirie buna Matiang'i nigarachi gotenena ase gotumika ekiama kia UPA na gotuguterare chinkuma buna nigarachi gotenena gwetera ase ekiama gia Jubilee buna abange babere bagokwana ase barireira yogocha kubwaterana na ebiama binde ase okomosira.
Tunataka kuungana na wengine wameuliza hapa Jubilee na kuchaje. Jubilee ni dada na ndugu. Kwa hivyo wacha waendelee campaign, sisi tuendelee campaign.
Na msilete mchanganyiko. Najua watu wanasema Matiang'i analetwa na Jubilee, analetwa na UPA, analetwa na chama mingi. We are saying Jubilee and many other parties will be part of the people who are forming government. But the party that will field the candidature of Fred Matiang'i will be United Progressive Alliance Party, which is the party you are seeing here.
United Progressive Alliance UPA is associated with the Matiang'i, the former cabinet secretary. We are going to roll out our campaign all over the country.
Onyena bo bagakaniga orokire gosemeria buna Matiang'i nigarachi konyoro gosirwo konene kurwasa abakenya erio gochikoyera ense ya Kenya na gukora amakong'wa abwateranĩtie abakenya.
Sisi kama wanachama wa UPA tutakuwa na ile slogan ambayo inaenda na vile Wakenya wanataka kusikia na kufanya. Na pia rais wetu mtarajiwa ambayo ni Fred Okengo Matiang'i ambaye anachukua serikali 2027, na pia tunaambia yule amesema anaenda kufanya ukulima, Mheshimiwa William Ruto aenda afanye ukulima na atakuwa leader of opposition kama 2027, na kuwa tayari tuanze kazi safi ya kuosha Kenya na kuitengeneza ili iwe nchi ambayo kila Mkenya anajifunia.
Kwa ripoti Etaya TV koroiga sebunge ya Nyaribari Chache kaunti ya Kisii jirigo nkoro kwa Eric Maobe.
Biamano sana wancho murigeria bwa Etaya TV ayuna arare kurwa social media yabariki baito bamang'ana nabo igondo china abange mwarikire chi ujumbe cheino mwatatebiri na mutogwatete buya kegima nabo igona chisigno chita senseme ko bwa monase county ya Kisii ndo cha abange bagotebana esigno mbiyere kegima ko nde twaro chegale chi ujumbe chinde ko bwa mona kurwa social media bali bagotumeke transmission ya kurwa social media county ya Kisumu ko bwa mona na social media ya county ya Nyamira abange mbatebete buna eliogi anda kendira bali goikororo asenjerere ngiya bali gotonyora osiliogi ndiyo kulinda saboni ganko manyiwa kurwa sensemo ya management buna babere bakonyerosia transmission ya Kisumu ngobona nabancho bali ko bwa mono kurwa sensemo ya county ya Nyamira na mogotomanyana osena mogotomanya na boniga muto igwete buya kekemeliogi rito na ryikirega abo sengejo chibicha chiro chimwato tebeti na chekirororo kulinde na bali bataratonyora kegima na bagotemainde kuri scan TV yao ilindo nyara kwa gotonyora na gotubwatia semerobirio yonsi ndo chegaiga omoiwa Robert korwa chinsemo cha Ambe supermarket chinsemo cha Suneka era gotebana Etaya TV mbiyere kegimaiga Suneka mbabwate tike kimadayana mbiya sana amana abande bonse bali kire chi ujumbe inchiko bakingo chisoma kire to chiko batokwera na sentunda yeito ya kabere asto chiko bato kwanera iguro yomo kia serikali yabekire ko bwa monase wizara eria yechisemi gose government efforts on the education sector asto chiko bato gosanga abo na aborokia baitu abageni baitu bali baikirega iganko manyibo baikirega igase studio Mr. Shemo Mambia na baibo Mr. Dennis Ogembo tuchiko bato kwanera amange na kumulekera as amange ase wizara ya yechisemi na boigona na nabo kulikali bolya osebirengere byao igoro ya mangana yechisemi ose wizara ya yechisemi amangana ya igasi bisintonya roche mana amangana grade 9 naro rongo chibale kogenda grade 10 amangana pathways naro ro amangana ya amangana mathematics koba exceptional na amangana nde amange amonjoro ya mange ga abere ga koleka ase wizara yechisemi to chikoba to kwanira amange abwekere to chikoba to sanga amo nabaganye beito beri tukolia rero asaboniga ngachire togenda somo tumakomo keke ima to chikoirana nabaganye beito eri togenda gukwana na gusanga amange
oburabu bwa Gusii. Omwanchumuriria Etaya TV ntogenderete gukine birengo byobokoreri bwito gocha semore ikena kyukirire Etaya TV koene kyabuna kiro monto ingo tonyorare a sorogongo rwa Gusii isako babuna togo tonyora CTV gosede kode ya obuna botambe na bukuriska nainde iryo tonyore voigo na bogutumira ujumbe ensemore ase namba yeito ere ase ETV yago inyora obona bubura butwa korenteire na inde ntogenderere gokoretera Etaya TV oburabu bwa Gusii.
Family ya Mwami Chomi nigekora liogwasira ku mwarimu Evans Nyakawa Mose ukegati Primary School. Evans Mose nigaro mwana bwo Morisia Isaac Mose amo na Mary Mose. Nigaro mogaka o Susan Kerubo. Nigareise Azaria, Nicole amo na Deborah. Nigari mumuroma wa Pastor Kayus Mose, Madam Alice Mose, Madam Lynette Mose amo na Naomi Mose. Yamate na basani nigo bagendete kumira nase nyomba yaye aria kegati edibu. Mubiro Nyagosira nigo rarusi gwa senkendu ya Kisi Teaching and Faro ritkulia Alhamisi tariki 10 mutinyoka no mwakoyo na kweni gwa ritkulia Ijumaa tariki 11 asinkaye gotoka kegati edibu ewodi ya Bobaracho ebunge ya Nyaribari Chache kaunti ya Kisii. Moyega bwa matanga nigo rakorekana asegetigia skuru ya kegati primary. Ngora ya ben kurwaiga Etaya Television.
Bevis Driving School nesukuru ekuru amaigirio y'Uburundi wechigari na baigo nechi pikapiki nkuru bara amaigirio bunabona category ya A2 ucha pikapiki na nigo bakuru amaigirio aya ucha sabantu bwate myaka 13 bocha igoro babwata amaigirio a B1 na B2 automatic manual theory na practical asigiguri uranyari gwikera boigo nigo bakuru ekosi manyekanite buna refresher for license holders category A2 na B1 B2 amona class A aspega pigi amonichi gali chinde amaigiri yabo ni gale part time byabo tambego chakati kulia Jumapili go ikai Juma nigo babwata bali no manye bwigoro mono nigo baikirnetie amachiko a NTSA
Jengo computer omanga onde director ya Bevis Driving School abange mama yatuka ndichigali shikalia lakini akarana yako yaro kwende skuru kiringa omanya machiko nale nande to kunyulikirenga kinga ekarole gali elime manyanga no mabwao mabulyo kwendia no mabulyo gutara na magoro. Karibu sana.
Welcome to Bevis Driving School. My name is Damaris Ondora. I'm a director at Bevis Driving School. Why train with us is because we are NTSA compliant. We have qualified friendly instructors who are ready to train at any time. We have a flexible payment plan schedule. We offer free basic mechanic lessons. So that makes Bevis Driving School to be the best among many.
Nigegotoko Mochobosongo Old Sasora Building, second floor, Angena Kisi main stage, Asamange, Banyora Sechinamba 0724 811718, Gose 0726 513647. Bevis Driving School, your partner in driving.
Welcome to Hurricane Academy Kisii, a modern mixed day and boarding school offering CBC curriculum at preschool, primary and junior secondary levels. It provides a serene learning environment, enough qualified teachers, modern facilities such as library, computer and science laboratories, classes and dormitories, playgrounds and accessories, and they nurture talents and excel in sports, and their scholars are picked and dropped home. To secure a chance for your child, visit us at Yatwenya, Kisii Maran Road, 2 kilometers outside Kisii town, or call 0755 331318. Hurricane Academy, the future is here.
Advent Hope School amaliba kulelia ngamba bwata mabaga guchakira preschool mbaka grade 6 bigere mixed day na boarding school nebwata bali babwata omanyi bwaigoro mono na komogania omurubiri yo CBC buneganeirie babwate chikali chikwira bana inka ase bali bakuruchise mo cyale nesukuru. Advent Hope School nige gutoka maliba moto ya Kiuguro ebara ya Kisi Kilgores asamange bakirisimia namba 0728906780 ugose 0722135335. Advent Hope School amaliba. Christ is the key to success. Ine nurigetienchera ya kelero uranyore kwikamache andosi asole bono ikampani ya Davis and Shatliff nero musani bumwagacho ndobwate bunabono General Pumps bunachiricho wakamache kurwa sibisima ime irrigation pumps, drainage pumps, domestic and industrial pumps, solar systems chikobwatia na gukendia mache General Machines bunabono chi generator, engines, pressure washers, compressors, ammonia trimmers, swimming pool equipment, pool chemicals, ammonia maintenance. Boigo, mukora tule water treatment and purification systems. Ase chinka, amona sabantu bago korera ubunchoreri. Ntubwate bwego bokoreri bwa transport and installation services. E warranty ya sebinto tokonia. Qualified engineers sa obarago konyi kwikamache. Inyura munamba bwate lipa pole pole. Asoko bakugwa kana ngora. Ilikwenyora pumps na solar backup system. Davis and Shatliff nikego toka Kisi Town, Stage Plaza building ground floor, barabara na Kisi matatu main stage, asebare kogenda Nyambera, asamange. Bakirisimia namba 0708623645. Davis and Shatliff Kise, obokoreri bwekerero kwenyora macha sobwango.
HK Pharmaceutical Center ninya gitari gutumika chinjira cyekerero kumureke bimo byao na kumanya uburoire nigo babwata mariogo yemete arosirie n'ubumanyo bonene akorwa chinse cheisko bunere ya Hong Kong, USA, Malaysia na United Kingdom. Nigo babwata mariogo yabana na boigo ayabanta banene ngorwa bara maroire buna diabetes, high blood pressure, chinengo arthritis, cancer, chinyigo, obogomba, low libido asaba sacha na yanda manke.
Inche no manyagitari iri nikema obangi korwa senyagitari ya HK International Herbal Center sumuchuito bosongo na inde marimo roira alikokubwenia na ya tokurukanga lifestyle diseases use chronic diseases ama roira ali agoso asumubere kwanyoranga ekerobo mobwasoire nigo bokwarigania roira amange kwanyoranga umubere usalikire na inde twakonyira abantu abange kurwo mwaka 2011 na inde nigo tubwate chi machine chikorigereria umubiri w'omugima ebimo byao byonsi ipi biritokonyora byasoirwo gutwara umuchando na inde tubwata mariogo na mariogo aya igaitu nigara yemete na inde turuseti chinse cheisiko ao na inde nigara mariogo arosiri no umanyi bwa iguru mono ayo akonyara kurusia amaroira yaboniga kurwa sumubiri itu yani bunabona umurigereria ayande niga gusibia manyinga ayo ito y'umubere arusia amafuta ali amabeto kurukanga cholesterol ali akogoteye meki yagera amaroira na gotonyora mariogo ande nigo tokurusia se mu Hong Kong eyere ni China ayande nkurustora sensemo ya India na ayande nkurustora sensemo ya South Africa na ayande na ayita Kenya agaiga bali bale no kuganya wako nyore mirimo bayiche senyagitari yaitu banyora maegerio egere tubwatera naso bwamo obweni abantu baitu gusi nonya nisiko ya gusi
asamanke bakeresimia namba 0717176383 gose obatarire memo chobosongo ange nesteji echigari. HK Pharmaceutical Center obobwenia oraigene. Karibu Mwalimu International Hotel Kisi kwa mandhari ya kupendeza. Tuko na vyakula vitamu vinavyopikwa na wapishi waliohitimu kama vile samaki, nyama choma, kuku, na aina zote za vyakula vya kienyeji. Conference hall kwa kufanyia mikutano aina yoyote, vyumba vya kulala vya hali ya juu, vinywaji mbalimbali kwenye bar na restaurant, mahali pa kubarizi, mchezo wa pool table na parking ya magari ya kutosha. Pia unaweza fanya booking kwa sherehe kama vile harusi, baby shower, graduation, birthday, sherehe ya watoto na zinginezo. Tunapatikana mjini Kisii, Mashauri, nyuma ya jengo la Mwalimu Sacco. Kwa mengi zaidi, tutembelee au kupiga simu kwa nambari 0792267062. Mwalimu International Hotel, at your service.
Ondigeke saa 11 mwana uri agate nsongo. Tukaminyoka bakasomo historiale. Tukatubore net araire. Tukamubori sister. Nintu fani sibwa nsongo njo tomorore. Yakara ntumeta bangira wani sibwa nsongo usoma teto mwana obyo mwana mbi. Uiguire nche? Nchira. Agatokani ngae fani starava ready. Umoyo ruiro ino ono gakoba saa 6 ogonkiari
warure saa 11 saa 3 saa 6.
Fani siya ikakabate igaki style teyo chebere saa 6 na style teyo mura akiso ino ni biara mundusi hakinarosire nitaliyo makamanya basoka ngamubona cyo mwana onakia akamanya wandi omongine bitamba abeka ready yani bagumfulisi muno umwana abandi omanyete bono kiro muntu mweta chakiriyo nabo kumenyana abandi omanyete bono maito umwana uri achusira bakamanya kwegora umurango uri bakanyotya gwasi bakabora bono umurango uri basito no tuoma tikwari kunyara kagende bono ngachi gutuoma umurango uri kagenda lyo nganyoro umwana uri famisara ira akabita ale kolenga libone atuira nari ichibu ngitobana tokoko nokora onyegata gitumugero fanis tutapeana baga kubona stuikire nchine ncho monyene na harosiri anyere karuche nga sangine fani sikira uchi kuchinde kubona aita no botene ngwari uchi kolentoro tinta gitubotene nkunchi.
Karibu Mwalimu International Hotel Kisii kwa mandhari ya kupendeza. Tuko na vyakula vitamu vinavyopikwa na wapishi waliohitimu kama vile samaki, nyama choma, kuku na aina zote za vyakula vya kienyeji. Conference hall kwa kufanyia mikutano aina yoyote, vyumba vya kulala vya hali ya juu, vinywaji mbalimbali kwenye bar na restaurant, mahali pa kubarizi, mchezo wa pool table na parking ya magari ya kutosha. Pia unaweza fanya booking kwa sherehe kama vile harusi, baby shower, graduation, birthday, sherehe ya watoto na zinginezo. Tunapatikana mjini Kisii, Mashauri, nyuma ya jengo la Mwalimu Sacco. Kwa mengi zaidi, tutembelee au kupiga simu kwa nambari 0792267062. Mwalimu International Hotel, at your service.
Etaya TV, Oborabu Wagusi.
bya kigimo mwancho murire wa Etaya TV nene na kwariganiye kigima sentunda yaitu ya kabere nandika ko baginko bamanyina ndo chikoba to gusanga na gukwanira mange iguru yemeroberio ose omokiorie serikali yabekire asense media ye wizara y'ekisemi asto chikoba to gukwana na gusangamo na aborokia baito Mr. Shem Omambia na bagana Mr. Dennis Ogembo ko rwase giskuru obwamano na meyoro gogorwa gusiba chikoba bagotomanyina na bagendrete gusekera bare gosomia aborokiwa baito narari abega kwenda kiwa changes nchire chichiga cyabekiwa sensema ye wizara yiga yekisemi nabo igona umukie serikali yabekire nororyo yiga ase chisukuru elikwenda kina kisemi cyabere kigosirwa esenjera ero ebwenrete igasabone iga nganchire mbaire ya maseyemo asabageni baito inde batokwanda gotomanyi amalietabo tumana ko batoko genderera ketora chaka korwa sense media ya Mr. Dennis abo kwani mwancho murigereria otomanyi amalietabo nabo igosoko karibu
ambia mono sana Diana umwancho murigereria tiganango kwani nga biore tigante nga tugwaganya sawa itungambia mono asengenje nanda twikiria seta TV kitangani marieta nengoro ku Dennis ogembo ande ngosomia skuru ya Bobembe Boys Boarding Bobembe Boys Boarding ne skuru gotoka Nyamira County na vera ukuru mwaka 2017 yeah.
Okay, bia sana mbia mono sana Mr. Dennis. Karibu sana Etaya TV. Tugenda soma gani itoka bere Mr. Shem kwani mwancho murigere karibu.
Asante sana Diana. Abancho barigeri beta TV na andi ngo bakwani mbia more. Marita ni ngoro kushem omambia umwarimu we Kiswahili na history Nyaburu Girls.
Bia sana at least rero ndoje nana tema ko balance ko kurwensemo ya Nyamira. Sabe ko sensemo ya Kisii County na itura manyana tisebye chiga ko sensemo ya Nyamira na sensemo ya Kisii nti balance tikiro cyo wose na kichire karibuni sana Etaya TV uragwa busipo bwa muno to kwanira igoro yomukiwa oliye serikali ya kolire likwene kina ase wizara iga yekisemi cheito cyasiru asenjira ere engiya kigima ndoche na toiseko chakera ko sensemo media ya bari mbali banse piani bali bago to chakina na se skuru rase kwa babu ya sana sen media ya ECD tumanyeti na asenseme ya ECD amanganalia ya early childhood education asensemo ya enseito ya Kenya kisemi chitia ECD na kimochiroche na ragali na yene kwa se county by the way ya Nyamira Mr. Dennis abali mumbara ragali gore yemishara the working conditions nebito binde bingi asenseme media ya eke wange kigakia bali ba ECD mkiora totebiro ya ensemen ya ECD
mbia mondiana ekero korigereria county yetu ya Nyamira abarimu batware michambe especially asemesharu na bwakwanire na ande na kubwa mono no atari mishahara yo there are other some working conditions time chingia se abaru ba ECD lakini of late karana ranga abarimu bagenda bakatikana anda maruwe mate bagurika maruwe for a period of time a contract era na anda bairana of late naona ranga abarimu baitombere a bit comfortable ivana wokoranga serikali ya county ya Nyamira ngono ko temero of late kero muchando banande ngwaranga umugaba na nyarigo na temo gwana ngwara na abane rongori
badero gori ile kwa na nwa sabaga ba ECD ko kababa kese ECD wana wa ECD mata wana wali ba soma ECD classes for 2 years okay no ya some other schools what group play group but PP1 na PP2 lakini serikali kama nyete kumano ECD kawa soma for 2 years wana ranga nyarigo na tema so kwa mangani rongori otatikandara ma specific na kire school Nyamira County omwana ngware because already school njiri jabate still that feeding program lakini we are saying abari squeeze na kwa complain yero ngori by the dia go chaka kwa na numiri kengima ose
ya takero chake tamu mna tofunga throughout this term go chake next term bana wagenda kunyiro ngori no ikia majiri kwa siasa baba go ibamba that no bana kono kware ngochira ngori kono kusumbua bana wasoka isikeza na lakini bana insisting bana bana ngori bari baisidi and actually mata bana bari baisidi mbari muna bana abande banene eba kwebera at time baganinga banyora something
yibona bibi mbaro bakorunga batararikende
mbaro bakorunga batararikende bose bayirira kurunga umwana are mambi mate naturally ata reality munabo kaigara mate nanda shule oende school yo chika saina saa 5 in fact saina saa 5 mwana chake kurara over week sina kinya riba roja tanga bana rongori
Buya sana. Yo watairi na sense moya ECD ya county ya Nyamira mangana mbiyale kwa
yeah, na kujaribu.
Buya sana. Mr. Shem, sense moya county ya Kisii kwa mwana sense moya ya yisemi. Sense moya ECD na kiora tebe amasoma agende tebe na kiwasi school.
Egento na tebe ya ECD ya Kisii county abantu baita ba ECD Kisii county mbiyabare because umugavana Simbarati is up to the task as our ICD to kwa no maene mugara muwa so ira bata na kyake umpe otemire kera na baeta marube ngokara baregasi no moshara ngwaka no bale ntore ku complain chino ndito yule kango kwa nature lakini nende overall ECD am Kenya umaite child education here devolved to the county government, state and national government. One challenge over mu aba ECD bakonyana na abana nemo mosharo bokonyoro asengenjo wa kanu the county ne county mate wike we share ya ekuru national chiche county ya abanyikazi be county ba wakanu ne abari mu abara bakoreki bakanu bono no nyiko nyori metinyene abantu mwana barbe batesegete egento ne lintalia sabantu bali bakopeka chi policy che serikali lakini ECD awenete ko ba devolved education yonsi pikuru guru mpakanse awenete ko tigara national government health yonsi pi eira ni the county government nya kitari chito kwata na chiabo Moi chiabo Kenyatta chibe ku county government elinde to nyare ko twara demarcation bango chokobana national government kange bali kina teacher service commission ebo matene tare 25 kero mutinyi noba mushara no eline ara tumia na ne payslip ya sabe loan ebono.
Wow, kuya sana mbio mono sana igona the future ya magana ya guys igayo ebira kirevia urochena ingewezekana udangoye baira ni kuseba koira ni ugaya sense moya national
national government na limitation yarabe na lino ene the demands chons chirabe met yabano
kuya sana Mr. Dennis aibira ngevia umbirevia
mbio mono ntira wangu angera no mwadu shemu actually is one of the problems abari mu baisi bago face nanda bari baisidi ekera bakorora even in the staff okuma choranga ko ba kana ngororo because baro bakoranga into to work na county government mara national lakini aba national government eru mutinyo erega automatically basi aso iraria as a bank so that challenge is there abana ntengo anje no mwarunga bari batakere kuri na national government yeah
ya sana wala tiato so sense miga ya mangana junior secondary schools mangana yiga JSS e curriculum yiga ya junior secondary school asense miga ye wizare singencho ana mangana achite kolengana no mufumo yiga OCPC so fa bono inuguna aborokia ni numero rase birasi ebyo ni numero na aboroki wa baitororo ni numero I think kegendre tororo so fa inki ora kwanirigoro ya junior secondary schools under this omufumo yiga OCPC.
Okay, mbia sana Diana junior secondary school ditanga tigante wenga serikali mbia ya introduce the JSS. Mata wana wadike baba soma for 3 years in junior secondary before they go to senior secondary. That will be grade 7, 8 and 9. Muna wana mwaka to enta mata mwa national exam. Junior secondary school was introduced na weme chambe achaete in the beginning there were so many challenges lakini ndio kile ngodi geredia as much as second to move buya na beta kerenga kanko okori kukwa barungu abete challenge even from the government you see abaru bari junior secondary bakorwa university bagatumu go junior very misplaced I want to say that kanga bari bagotomu senior secondary because bakanya abana bari senior why because when you look at them ndiro dange barabariri lakini there are some concepts okonyara chiko karento kie chiko barabari mu aba junior secondary because immediately muna bakorete bagatumu chipate kono okora retooling ekerba ikirbono as a field so junior secondary is okay lakini the challenge ya wari na beroro na nabo to enda to pura se government ngenya ko ekorigeri muzando yeah
sawa bono ase Mr. Shem na inkira kwanirigoro ya junior secondary school so far koru to chako mufumo yiga OCPC
tigata bena junior secondary school JSS and now the CBC is the way to go because CBC what the main pillars ya CBC is skill oriented, practical oriented. It's not a theory like even the one tonya kusomea mwana binte binga atavuga ati skill about it. Ekero Professor Odhiambo Douglas 2012 abo claim muiria chiripoti chibaro from 2012 about CBC. Mbaro china the country tutakete skills. Yani ya kwamba umwana ekero manya atakekorosi building ine tari theory ko musomi ni nyomba okwagache kuikaro le na kinyombe kwagache because at the end of the day ndekeire is those practical skills. Ekero bo balentete yende ke Uhuru Kenyatta ku 2017 agataona this thing must be implemented. To akeminyokiri. The problem hapa Kenya tubwate as per now is ndora tuara fully moyo na CBC. Na kekara ko last year wa iboli bana ko rumwa ko rionde. Ba miyogete bakatumia bana bakakora kira asiti na bakora KCP. Ba kera CBC. Baka bona gana.
Yona bana bararo
batumete birasi no ndibere. Eline ba kera CBC. No embo no iga bantu bange mbabuga ati moyo na CBC. Omate kendi yonse kia tari research tari bona gekoroka. Na ego cha koroka na baadaye. After miaka osene after wanafunza ba transit ba chitu the market. Na to cha korea lazima ki kumbe CBC yetu yango tama. Na we alenge. That one reminds me again to omate omofumo 844 no bugate some aspects of CBC chikarusugu under DevCo Commission of 1999. So science inchi alengo music inchi alengo primary chika was scrapped create vast chikarusugu pi 2003 inchi yo. Kuruga uto ajire miaka 20 mugona rito chakorera sena obe we need ebintu biritu abuseti nande including right from Kamunge report of 1988 Javu 19 Makei report 1981 they recommended practical skills lakini into aba Kenya asengencho tutatagete binte because ndasini ni bantu barana this expensive varus and that's why the government here bruseti Wachire kurera is that they don't have job market for the youth. Ba ko re school. Nga yego cha kubali ko bisi ne mi roba nyogonje kwa rasta hiyo. At the end of the day we kabagende for practical skills. That is why na ndo no roach bakasete. Ruto madara ena na chibazo chionsi. Bona ko chi CBC asenge chama tena. Apa chikweli employment. Tari bacha konza ba obi asi obisi.
Amabaga yo.
Bacha konza ko sa amabaga. That is why we have to go for practical skills. We normally say no injiro mato mano in that CBC. No injiro manyana bona given a chance. Na bonko na CBC yenye so because I need those practical skills. Na kingo sie ke roki. Na kingo rosie camera. Na kingo simie na kingo rosie emesa bune yete bone yengi smart. These are practical CBC skills. The theory te yoga.
Buya sana nabayigo Mr. Shem bado nonda sore whatever na abayihuri abange mbatumetire n'abana babe birasi abange bado mbata geti murobiri yo igambaranyo accept maybe wenda budget wakolerwa public awareness bakolerwa mangana public participation abaro barasomi kubategura aswa murobiri yo naze kiyogocha na ninki nakiba abana baba choko baba benefits korwaro. That's why akonyana baro bago tyana yayo murobiri yo very expensive abana batomwa magena niguna abande ngo tombare chingoko maybe the pako bosi wa mandazi mono mate mwiburi ukarali ogotore chae kana ndo anyore besa yekoro nene ne school na ibona aba kiana mwamoto miro bosi wa mandazi orochi paka abanda ba na rochi chibicha bakobeke semitanda bagotea na aborokia bagana ubako na ne bali chingo kinzigana Mr. Shell gotoro chine na kia bayuri aba complain
public awareness niki
yani
ko it's public awareness. But I can tell you more than I take a track to take because you have to take it. Yes, what I make it in target. From 2012, we can Professor Odhiambo Chageta we let us go to CBC. I can recommend the Serikali itself was not willing to implement. Back on Uhuru Kenyatta saw in power 2013, 2014. Can saw in power. Na bado teje tukominyoka. Akalanta na claim mwiri na andege all the way back to 2017 na libona waje no we have to go. During that time these reports echire in the internet media like what we are doing here several talks have been held about CBC. Again to target ne Kenya for a long time kwenye tuwabe ile colonized rina it's only 844 era ko egas Kenya. Mtoto itiko kugenda Kenya kiasi kitali 844. That's why mtoto itiko yuko manganasi asibis. Public awareness eko koru every day we listen to radio shows, TV stations like Etaya TV. Bale ngato achire kwa about CBs. This is the fourth time to injeweka na achire kega. So how one community bale te kala kemen. Ikaba ko ni skuru gatherings. Ngote bugubara about CBC. Kenyans kere cheap.
It's expensive.
It's expensive. Now and everything that is expensive. Again the gocha gotoko.
Gocha gotoko.
Gocha gotoko. Bana ngo robo si na train jo mwana mai ko rose mandas. Ni da se nje ni nyora ndi nkeke bo mwalimu yanga mata taragere ko.
Buya sana. Mr. Shem na waigona Mr. Dennis togende ko kwarera mangana ya buya sana timayitiro osaba ibuli boni gambali gereti Etaya TV inde banyara ko bakomanya umurobere yigo CBC na no murobere oro muyake gimana baigona boni gamwanya togirike matana riri tagano na aborokia mbaro gusaba alimu banyo boete bagasuna kitugo chigosomi wachiro che skuru paka university wakore wasomere maybe history Kiswahili na kibono wacha gosoi ugaiga samangana ya igaje so chigosomi gose ne sabu gose nini but there is still a challenge asenge nchona na Mr. Dennis ngwate na mbaro roboni ga bado bako bekwase yani somore molgo se learning area ili ata korete ata somerete
kule they
are still learning na we gona aro chegalia on Tuesday Orobo tindore gali aro online temaiti ose numero manyete akorwa se the next CEO David Mjengere isago teba no invite abalimu nabo igo teachers and teacher educators ba apply omurobiri yo yiga bachiko bakonyora more training asense miyiga yo kumanyana kibachiko ba assess learners nabo igo se these learning areas igondo chena no mufumoro muyakegima omwalimu onde wensi uri siko gale maybe wenda ikawere konyataranya roboti ndoche na application sechiga by mambing basiekire
mambie 11th
by mambi basiekire igona tigaba ali mubateme sana kwa apply singencho na bali babwate bado muchando asense meri yo gusinyu se ba nyode maybe training kidogo lakini bado mbara manyana kibabwa ntoka baba adapt kaite na chinga kina chechiga na babara chiko baba konyeka kurwa se training yiga ili banya ko baba konya aboro kiwa baitekere bare ase chiskuru Mr. Dennis.
Yes.
Asomo fumo yoiga OCBC mwabwate teaching methods choko ene kina mwatemire korokereria boro kwa baita senjirere so that at least nonekere moko ba assess mwamanya bono ba understand it chiroro asenge nje se 844 ntun bando chegare twala ko ganda ryoka theory nere ichiraro textbook chiroro waligere iri kwa manyire na nere simi na bere iga parts ya enjire miri gali twakora igo twala nyama temu practicals na uchi twakaroli twekire high school etwala kwa ndama kana chemistry physics biology gali practicals kidogo twakora asensemo ya CBC era na kire
mbiamono I think CBC na rone what teaching methods nande especially mangana twakona practical na ere mononga ki no iko tumie gento nga demonstration. For example ormate diana timatu sinora wenga mwarimu yani omuyoro gwatu mwana CBC wali gento mbirata ko goranga mo especially gento kuno mugango na rabana bagora simbe gangere very smart iko bintu mbiro mwana atarigo iko teaching methods mo ya bongore gutumika in CBC nande akonyera abana niri gonga demonstration ekero tatoko korokyo mwana korosyo mugango wikayo manyero mwarimu aragora ndikie ora moro na kia korosyo mugango yo ekero mwana mago what the same example ikobono nande teaching methods mate we have also the ways to was ya wana waria as much as yet exam oriented onye kwa moro kyo mwana ya akore arosyo ngintu get practically kiamo sinyire we can ando change another method you must repeat a different method ekero mwana ga ndikie egero mwana nyara ko agmangia ko so we have teaching methods but the government study muneri to what in the old system ma tungu tumie tuange pa lecture mwana waje class lecture abana mwana abar class ye to lecture mwana bara ke kumbe mwana abasomi kumbe na rolo kwa somi rasa ni aba so we have those teaching methods na nabo munarko what was when you try this teaching method yangire and bara ke wache njegero mwana wanyara ko watia kiri wanyara ko komate
Uya sana bono tochase Mr. Shem rocha mabuli bado na mangi abantu bagenete kwa bakolika buna mwabate ina gaiga bono wetera se media still na mugenete kwa moko basomya na kwa semina nkina kere asense media ya CBC ase ratio ya bana amo na umorokia ase school how is it esengejo kale umaite tuaga ichire kirasi paka abande bale isiko ye chidirisha bagosoma timaite na saboni ga sumfumo yiga OCBC or arrangement ne reria yeroro ese kobwamana na teacher student ratio nakire
obo maene mboli na student teacher ratio erense as a CBC because abone baikire etoranda junior secondary wese koli era abantu bona ga so far serikali yakire to junior secondary around 4 tukwana maene M4 riba kali kabere ande mbali kana ande babere bona there 4 out of the subject chire in learning area say chire 9
ande 4 yone skuru wata wana abangi
ande 4 ni wata abangi so abali mbarona abake na abali mwabekero bali ka last year bayira abantu ba sciences boka kera last time riri ngakiri ende abange bayirite balinge aba languages na arts bona bayira aba sciences but still ti science inchiro umwalimu oyo kwanda osomya bana ba junior secondary atakoleki ata performance buya so tejete chikola university so ta konyara ojisomi buya ta ko jehando buya iga se junior secondary that is why bona serikali bwendete bona iga abali mubale ba primary who are trained to be who are trained to get a degree for bwendete babe promoted bakabate apply no to junior secondary junior secondary baba graduate baba transmit baru koru primary school baende junior school elinde bana koraki baenda gokonya abalende naroje ne TSC CEO outgoing now Nancy Macharia whatever igorona muisonde unomanyete mutaro chibia bono gato concentrate junior school JSS next year the next 2 terms abana ngana bale secondary
yes
we miss capacity ya bali mwa secondary ekera ngukwane onkia minute bona iga abantu ba secondary barali ku for geso ruta so in power abantu ba secondary barali ku bank bako liko 550 abantu say 1000 out of which school chance bitobata kenyingi ma 2 abalimu abale secondary we have not been trained. I can tell you njebuna shem omambe tinda ba trained about CBC tima tena ngoja wasome Gisoi next year eyo January umait tima tena ngoja wasome ngoja wazakani nianza ingaza kusoma sauti ingaza kusoma ke unafanya ngo kora lecture method because ngetina train right now ningwete na bali mu ko Tuesday bali kisi school bako ba trained about CBC lakini bali ba secondary bali ba junior school we expected no mutinyo yo kanepri no yo nane abali ba secondary schools to be fully engaged to training on CBC in readiness for next year January. Otherwise ngokere December tusinyukule Christmas ga bona liba kora mate Kenya nse tutate 11
training wana
yes na to kora December yuni mote na kiaga kuna haja ya Christmas itakuja na itaenda toma yako ruoto wara kishuga iwe January gocha timba tena experience chakata somia bana outcome go chigocha after 3 years in secondary school ama toka bo sina mabe wacha go muna ki teachers were not doing their work kuya chibese chiba konya kutumia ga chinyingi baganye kumnyokia bana butere girls na kuru we have seen that money kanga na chiba to kanga one training kali instead of wasting that money for example
maybe na wora nyole baro chile tiga bara chaka na junior secondary ara fa mane gocha wana sense ya moyo so that kera moji gocha kola bana wega gocha kera grade 10 next year chakra grade 10 alimuranya na igo mora
not so mia gastriuka because this moment marking into karo for 3 weeks to 21 days in December ni amata mtoka na kumaki another 3 weeks will be supervising and invigilating exam so 6 weeks ichiere ndiri babaje kutrain December agastriuka is not enough
lakini bora mama itemba maite na bali munna bata bangaini no moiro no nya 1 week training mko sana
abokora
Punya saat kita ada sensemo ya Mr. Dennis kadri bawa dia no mende shughuli ni nyingi za serikali basa ndio machache
chipa watu taito go bata ito baibe lakini batumia
sawa lakini vile vile sasa ndio we are not sure of that sensemo ya the state of the classes mo tumeka boniga actually no ene scenario na manya bancha barigereria igoro ye class mkeroro birasi bya mama tumaitose bado squeeze by the way biroro some schools have.
Yes.
Yes. Seriously?
What was school I can't mention in South Magana.
Mr. Dennis?
Yes.
You go to school njiro roboniga bado wabwate birasi bya mama.
no ba ko
makele. Njiro rabande bone ba somera nse yemete.
Of course baringo.
Lakini bona sorongo rwagusi.
Bagusi ya ne getingi ke ngai ntole kidogo. Ali na bongo ne tribate class kya gacho.
Okay, bona senseme ya CBC senye jonero tuligereza kuchibosiga iga kuchitoro go transition abana baito from grade 9 which grade 10 next year uchaka January. Now if bado the state of the classes na magana infrastructure bado bimbira roswa school, how are we going to tackle la magana ya CBC Mr. Dennis uchaka next year bona ina lione kalegeti?
Next year that will be, you see, we will have so many transitions again next year. But the next year, the transition is grade 6 to junior secondary. The next year, we are having again another new transition.
Yes,
that's from grade 9 to grade 10. Well, again, don't get nataka kuanza no mwalimu shemu. Ntara akira ni musumali kwa Kwana. Matawaniga our responsibility are so important. Call it ECD teachers, call them primary teachers, junior secondary teachers, or senior secondary teachers. They are so important. Lakini according to me, and as far as CBC is concerned, when we look at these categories of teachers, are so much important. And we want to go all that close to learners in this CBC era. Now we are primary, that's number one. Because these teachers have gone through this training, they understand what's going on. That is why, Diana, you realize, abari bago to junior secondary to is basically kirunga so junior they cannot manage. So we incorporate so that talk about sharing abari ba primary ba assist ya junior, and when you look at the workload, the way it is done, when you even these teachers are also learning from primary teachers, which is good. You realize abari ba shemo mati ko kwananga serikali yamete ko concentrate more as a junior secondary, and that is true. Abaru badi ku junior secondary. Bono inga ngozo kumabana bakora matemwa grade 9 baende grade senior school. You see they won't move with them. Abari junior secondary back kogenda na bana they will come back and pick them from. So abana bangai bakoya. They are giving them to new teachers abushemwa da batara training even now. And when they are claiming during all day, that time is very short. So you got to get na ki serikali nesirete bado asoko especially when wana wagumu juju kujibamaje kwa tema junior, by the way junior wamaje kwa tema lakini to senior secondary serikali nesirete kwa bodi naki
nabo ligoro ijamagana ye state of the classes amagana infrastructure sense meiga ye classes igimoso mko mana sense mo ya CPC. Now that no transition ingo chire ko bage ko rekana ochakira next year from grade 9 to grade 10 school echiga murere di receive abana baiga na kie birasi bira magacho na kiare so that ko ensure that there is safety as abana baita kire bago che school na baigona bagwate enough learning materials.
Okay, thank you. The transition from grade 10 to senior secondary, there might not
from
be
grade 9.
Much from grade 9 to 10. They would have a problem more. Why? Because these candidates or students, they are going to get classes which are not occupied. So they will get some classes which are not occupied, they occupy the classes automatically. The problem, yes. I want to thank the government. I think that some schools in Banyora funds for especially grade 9. But you have already mentioned it. We have schools for So as abuna a problem. So as serikali want to get mono junior secondary because wanafunzi some schools and even I can include even my school. When you look at wanafunzi wale primary, that's grade 4 to grade 6. Ne namba ya wanafunzi wale grade 7 to 9. Wakanyanga wanafunzi wa junior secondary they are the majority. Na ubara abantu, which means resources wonega serikali want to get junior mono is an key just to enough classes, just to enough learning resources and enough teachers. Kiba ko move from grade 9 which grade 10 moja na bali taribirasi. Yeah, classes are there lakini bado na bageni na kioje kwa somi pretech. Pretech. Na kioje kwa somi music. What get a long time ago, which ando tire something. So that's where we will have a problem. Okay, but now again, OBM Borina, when I move to grade 10, go specialize well. There's some areas of specialization about Korea. I mean, to bring you to my. No, and I go to come and take on a danga. Time got a math, there's a comparison. I don't know whether it's implemented, but there are some areas you go specialized, HLG2. Yeah.
Uyasambia mara sana Mr. Dennis actually na watu wale gochikwana kugenda gabwa samangana ye exception ya mangana ye sabu abanta njareta mixed reactions abanta bange ba complete bagate akorunse yani maths ndio ilikuwa kama compulsory korunse gocha lakini bwana kera bacho bateana atendere usiku timaiti nango chimore ko nga ebirengere bene ko inde gabwa samangana ya some of the challenges mo wetira bono inubuna aboro kekera bora se chiskuru mwa kwanire kwanza igoro ya Mr. Shem na kwa na igoro ya bangana ya training go grade 10 ya kumetina onyamba yo chiko ya training e mapema asimye na kya chiko baga ko basomi and apart from that tebe na maybe moranyo enough training na boigo na aboro ke bado na bake bali yani according the ratio ya student na mwalimu bado ni kidogo. Are there any other challenges mo face yake mora city school chi mwana to so mya bana bai?
Yes. A challenge nera resources in terms of materials. Of course, the government will provide. But even Tombirega, this is small. For example, let me use this example I told you to make around a piano. Nyaburu girls were privileged in international school, to what music, so to what a piano. But tell me any other school around other than Kisi school, na Kyoge na Cardinal, all these Kanunda, for example, secondary school, or say Tonya Bini secondary school. Or some of you on a secondary school or some what a piano. A piano they see it at church. When they be training about music, how to play, because they don't train in a music, you have to show one where man a piano. Unka yago cha korusi a piano, akona ko train unless mukoraborate ne kanisa ebai. Tiga na auto kona sharing. But na kanisa inabere kekane. That we are not giving a piano because they was sarka or we repair.
Piano takwanda ko
we can no mwalimu. We can na power estima. Kwa role ose generator. Not only piano, ebi ntombira ebisi bitakeire for practical skills. Ota yako ja wasomi mwana building and technology with those skills bono as secondary. Do you know in Kisii County we have only Kisii school nere also building technology. Kisii school. School jini just pinji bwati. Mate ne subject ya ko form 4. It's only Kisii school bwati. Nyanya bururu ntobwa. Nyabururu ntobwati. So those are some of the things that na serikali prepare in advance. Bring these things mapema which are also into schools. Elinda kana bana ba gocha to na ngento keto tokora we are already learning resources in school. Learning resources is not only a book. That's a challenge. If you cannot bring these resources, send man to schools. Type to schools these things. Chibe 3. What are these classrooms? For example, right now from primary mpaka secondary, some primary schools the classes are not cemented. These classes they are not environment so conducive for that's why you will find some schools especially now to get the 4 pathways to the national schools.
Sure.
Kero chiko cha national schools intuna butokwira. Omwana mbali bagocha kwanda pathway ibere galia sub county schools na nini. Ekara bagocha kosororo. what type of infrastructure bacha kanyoro? Because the last video CBC mbichete to every school. In secondary school hapana. Mbichete bichi school gete ngenge ba selected bakatabia chire. But 9 billion nje atumekete. Yes.
Uya sana to esinge enjoy chinsando chenda to kwa tense chitaika anya isano na ibirega abado to kwa tamangana mange to kwa ndo kwanira wana to kwanira se obwambake amangana ya kurusia umulimo yo gwesa na kie birenge bya mbere bye bibona yo moro kete to chake na Mr. Dennis exceptioning of mathematics.
You know mathematics is everything. Actual maths is everything. Ekero nana wewe wete ngane I'm in charge of curriculum in my school. You know some of them came into my office. One thing, if this is the case in maths nechi kuruzigu, nchibona ngora ari mwarimu maths, jumwana nare senior. Nyomba kama sababu na watari kujora ndike. Because realizing maths na rokeregen. So to my opinion, ekera wana bawo chipanda chipatu echi ntubwate ya sciences. So this sciences section you want to include mathematics yoro. Lakini the tendency ngango chibarko is mathematics to me serikali ya bongo sirere let them look for different advice. Because maths is everything. Mwana ta cover without mathematics iwana mwana yuko mutuga atako kutua ta tumenye. Maths ngoye abana through different. Nana abantu bayange natanga bange maths ngo stra utwange na especially no nje no kwana iga maths ngo na reko stra na era sana lakini mwari na gide. So mathematics is everything like to be included in the curriculum.
Mr. Shem
baite kwanya korakero omonto arwarete omonto gotapatapa kwaria mario right left center mario once bikwanya na bado turiko bwenda nege ente serikali yakora temanyeti inki CBC etagete arone policy to babugate that's why roja na kyokurus mathematics. Maths is a basic subject everywhere. Bonega ngwa nane ngole gento nyamataro ruguru nkoye mbwata 1000 mugo ni mate nyebwate nkoye kunde change na ngokora manyana chibasa 970 I must count.
Lakini rende banaro chegalia na korumsela igoro cho mwana ko grade 4 grade 5 grade 6 tasoma milia sababu ya addition na multiplication na subtraction.
Yes, a pathway nere mate CBC is skill oriented na ne go stress more on STEM is what science, technology, what innovation, what mpaka mathematics yabone terusi wo full eba bana to create two categories of mathematics. Anybody who can sciences, I call it pure mathematics. Anybody who can these other courses, chinde, I call it general mathematics. Kidogo at least in ere. That's what they can do the best for us. So mathematics, for example, it's not compulsory. Abana bate buna bona choose. By freedom, abana baito by freedom because now they cannot make informed decision. But you think about it, you maths bagochi. Yet you have trained them, we have spent a lot of money by bagochi.
No, my
so that is why maths should remain creative, pure mathematics, general mathematics. Ekarabanyo create wanyibeke tu yanda soma.
Okay.
Grading system where, for example, let me tell you, Dani and take in my school Nyamuru. Our girls perform very well in mathematics and physics. And of course, Gisoi and English. Neki wanafunzi bako perform well in mathematics and physics. Wana maiko wenyewe na maths na kongo na wana wekerwa. Tikao mwana an option. Achole general was
pure.
Oyo kwenda pure mathena you know montore bintu bya STEM. Ebinde kaloko chabono ngonda etebono kwa gachire nyombe na kinko beke butu kurwali moino iga MP mena gan straight here if I told him about the skills ya maths. Let us not lie to ourselves na nkurwali tore Kenya when we are making decisions chioko ye make iterwale mo. Yes.
Buja sana igono goteba buna serikali iga neba kegendete kubeko mokia kigimasa kwana kine wizara iga yichisemi bokineri gosembiere iganda ke Mr. Dennis to chaka naye na igotara kora mokine inde mokimota etebe ke gose reforms chinde chiroro mutagete serikali iga kora
mate serikali ya Kenya na CBC ke bote ndiko na try and try and method they are trying they go success ngwara mo to junior secondary ya temri grade 7 8 9 ya temri amangana ya tra mangana names ya improve the quality of education amangana ya CBA next CBA owning instead of an chisa boy baraja sawana teachers can register their candidates from school so even tumbire ya temri lakini naande tiga serikali yanje nanga even tumbire na biro ibo nige wao you decide banya ranga ba garant ki ngo bari was especially that issue of mathematics yeah
uya sana Mr. Shemwa Yerende reforms sidengiro rona inde serikali otagete gose yara ko banayo wanja kwa wose onyendi kwa gwate na wene chiguru kware gotebana serikali yanda kiga ekore some 2-3 reforms biko ene ke wizara ye chisemi mbiyere
reforms njenda atakeva kole ni ibere when they're making decisions, they must consult professionals who are as teachers, not politicians. You cannot go to parliament or consult the parliament on how to teach CBC at Nyaburu girls. A parliamentarian who never went to school to study education, takunyara kumaana ki CBC kwa naso. Erne policy wala bekata naki natika basomi. Lakini tamaiti the actual process or teaching process in a class na keka na wakolekana. Two, those experts who come up with policies in the ministry, themselves, they make policies under due influence, under duress. Some of them are coming to policies because they have found maybe France or the US or multilateral organizations say that go fund. So to appease Papa Kibali, we must do it. But they can watch actually to the ground. Ito na skiza ground kwa nyara interview on the ground ingorek bio so let them consult the teachers, let them every time when we have parents meeting in school, let them come consult with these teachers and the learners and the parents in school. Mama yanaki there is a challenge here, let us go and implement. Lakini tali kwa utangaza every day na it must be, you know, it must be in general, but at the end of the day outcome we go is totally the opposite of what you expected.
Yes, sana mbia mwana sana singe njo chinsa cheito chia reke gimando chena actually ntubu atwane daika ya mwana kini ndengo saba director on event amente daika ya mwana singe njo mbaili bageliga you are parting short kindly. Tuchakena Mr. Dennis.
Thank you so much. Nanda mbia mwana barigeli ya singe njo na manjanga mwarigere nanda mwawati advice yeto. Iwana wataka na wataya serikali yeto ngatiga enyara kwa bakeko improve in these areas. In fact, inari kitu mjadala kwa wabu atega alibunga se mheshimiwa wa negosiare nge na wana rusinga manganara alianjira nete. Let us try and improve education sector, all of us, parents, teachers, na wo ingo amana serikali. Mbiyamo na baka neria baya abaru bana bonsi bakera zone abaru bonsi pi bara zeruza mbiyamo no tomerane next time. Thank you.
Okay, yes, and thank you so much, Mr. Shem.
Inche ntona te abancho batege rimbi aba barigere mbia soko to rigereria mnacho to call public sensation about CBC anengo bate bingo te baigana. Let us not politicize education. Let us not leave education to politicians. You know, once we leave them to politicians, they will end up messing what we have. That one comes hand in hand. What is happening right now at Butere Girls Nakuru? That politicians was so illegal na into aba na ida serikali nare achakile communicate aba wanafunzi because of just a play. Yes.
Okay, biya sana mbia mono sana Mr. Dennis Ogembo na wewe na Mr. Shemo Mambio kwa mwana sengenchi yo gwancha gochagaiga na usangana into amange kwa mwana sensemeliye wizara yekisemi omoke yabekire andaka setarabeka abega sokuru birenge bino na ngoinki na kesa serikali yako rero ne kinase ensemeye wizara yekisemi cyabere kigo kinase nchira ere engi yake mbia mono sana abanja bari mwensi bari mwali kati ujumbe chenye gwetera sensembo yote ya Facebook. Tunashukuru sana na wewe na gendera kuligeria TV nero barabwa kusiku kurasa nsemo yetu ya kamera ya studio twalenge no director Ben Muriango kurasa nsemo yetu kamera twalenge na Joseph mukogoti mbiyamo sana kuchakira nsemo ya head of programs Eric Basire na wega chief editor nsemo ya editorial oyo Mentor Brighton makolia soko enakia umurobiriga ugochira senchira ere engi yake gimagenda kuligeria Etaya TV nero barabwa kusibu na botamberia ne dana kwamboka Gisoi.
TV Oborabu Wagusi Omwanchumurigeria Vuni Etaya TV ntogendrete gukine birengo byobokorerwa ito gocha semore ikena kuke